Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Kel Fujimoto, Senior Director of Wellness for San Francisco Bay University here in Fremont, California, and this is the Wellness Octave, a podcast focusing on wellness and the eight dimensions of wellness: physical, emotional, intellectual, financial, social, environmental, occupational, and spiritual. Today, my guests are Beth Tsang, licensed therapist and clinical supervisor, and Margaux John, coordinator for disability and accessibility services. Both work at San Francisco Bay University, which is a small private university that is tearing down the roadblocks and barriers of access and affordability and reinventing the idea of higher education. One of the six pillars that form the operative framework of San Francisco Bay University is wellness, and they both host a weekly wellness workshop on campus. Thanks for joining me today.
Happy to be here.
Beth, tell me a little bit about what you do as a licensed therapist and clinical supervisor at San Francisco Bay University.
So I have a few different roles, but the primary role, my main focus is to be available to meet with students to provide therapy. So I'm available for one-on-one individual therapy in person on campus, Monday through Friday from 9 to 5:30. And I'm also available to facilitate groups. One of the second most important functions I believe that I serve on campus, along with my co-facilitator here, Margaux, we run a weekly wellness workshop, which is available to all students on campus. Apart from that, I am also the club leader for the crochet club, and I also facilitate partly the hiking club and other activities that we have here on campus.
Nice, nice. You do a lot of things for the campus community, so appreciate that. Margot, tell me a little bit about what you do as the coordinator for the disability and accessibility services.
Sure, yeah, thanks for having me. So as Beth stated, I help her assist with the wellness workshops, but really with disability and accessibility, I'm trying to bring the campus together to make it more inclusive for people, working with professors, and most importantly, working with students that have disabilities or maybe they've had an illness or an injury that will prevent them from normal classroom settings. So I work with them, do an intake, and then work with them on what sort of accommodations they might need. So working a lot with professors, they have questions, if they have any concerns, working with staff, co-coordinating across a lot of levels to make sure that the students that we have are being served and able to be in an equitable and educational environment.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for that information. Both of you have very important roles here at San Francisco Bay University and definitely tapping into that pillar of wellness. So tell me a little bit about the wellness workshop. I mean, what are the objectives and what can students expect from attending those?
Well,
Sure.
we launched these workshops last November, so a year ago November. We've been having them every semester. And our primary goal is to build a community for students where they can really just focus on their well-being, their wellness, both academically, but also personally here on campus. So our goal is for students to come together with other students that are also interested in personal growth and motivating their improvements on their wellness. And so we have a variety of topics related to wellness of the various eight dimensions, and we provide a meal for them to come and enjoy together, and we do a lot of activities in the workshop. Margot, do you want to share some more on that?
Sure. So yeah, as Beth stated, our main big goal and objective is to build community and have just a safe space for students to come and learn more about wellness and really work on self-care and learning more about wellness and personal growth. So those are the main things. And I will say that I forgot to add a few things that I do, Muffins with Margaux and Walking Warriors. So we'll add that to the past intro spot that I neglected. But yeah, so just really trying to build a positive atmosphere, like a healthy atmosphere for students where they have more comfortability on campus, really providing a place for them to network and to grow together and just Yeah, being available. I think that's one of the main things. It's a consistent thing. It's every week. It's provides a meal if they get there on time and they're early. The meals always first come, first serve, and that's a big draw for students because we try to make sure it's a pretty healthy, like good meal available for them. And then they can, enjoy lunch together and then have time to explore a new, maybe new to them concept. About wellness in their life. So really, yeah, I think community is the main thing, as Beth stated.
Yeah, I hear the food is amazing. That gets a lot of notification around campus. So definitely food is an important component of wellness. And so appreciate that you offer the food during those workshops. How do you decide on topics to focus on for the workshops?
We definitely try and tailor our topics to our specific student body here at San Francisco Bay University. So, one thing that I do, I have the privilege of meeting with a lot of students one on one and getting to hear about some of their day-to-day struggles and challenges. So, I definitely see themes that happen across campus in terms of certain areas that students are struggling with. And so Margaux and I, what we do is we come together and we think about themes that are, relevant to our students, that are areas of challenge, areas of growth, things that will benefit them both academically and personally. So yeah, we've done quite a few different topics. Sometimes we revisit some of the topics if we feel like it's relevant for the next semester. Sometimes we branch out into completely new topics, but we definitely try and tailor whatever we're focusing on to meet the needs of the students today.
And I would say too, we will sit down too with a calendar of, what special days are taking place across the year and see if we can interject any of, those learnings into the workshops. Last year we did one on developmental disabilities, and that was really eye-opening for students. We also have done, self-care, self-love, and to go around the theme of like Valentine's Day. So we try to, make it relevant when we can. It's not always possible or doesn't always happen that way, but we try to make it relevant to if there's some, big celebration or big event that takes place at a particular time of year, a mental health month. Yeah, to bring awareness to those things too, because I think part of our job too is to bring awareness to disabilities and mental health issues. So that is a large focus as well, is bringing that awareness to students. So it was interesting last year we did one on autism as well, and it was just a good interaction with the students because a lot of them realize like, wow, I have these a lot of some of these symptoms, and while we made the disclaimer like that does not mean that you have it, but it's good to like have that awareness that yeah, a lot of times like you can have similar symptoms or you can experience things that other people that are diagnosed with that do experience. And it's also like brought students some great awareness for like, hey, there's help out there. Like there are tools out there. I can, go see Margaux. I can go get tested. So they've been able to identify like ways that they can help themselves, which I think is really good in that empowerment that we try to help them provide and that self advocacy that we're teaching them. So I think that's an important part as well too, and
Yeah.
how we like focus our workshops.
Yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of great topics that I see in the workshop and throughout the weeks. Um, and it is important for our students to gain awareness of the various things that are tied to the eight dimensions of wellness or wellness overall. Right. One of the titles coming up that I've noticed is called The Art of Saying No Gracefully. What is this workshop about? How can students benefit from attending that session?
This is definitely one of those topics that came off of a theme that I've noted in a lot of the therapy sessions that I have on campus. There's a lot of students that are in the college age bracket that struggle with boundaries. And this can be boundaries both academically and personally for personal relationships. A lot of times students are hesitant to say no, both around relationships or around work relationships or academic relationships, taking on too much, which can definitely lead to stress, burnout, anxiety. A lot of challenges can stem from having difficulty with saying no. So Margot and I were talking about how we could do a workshop on this, and this could help some students with learning about boundaries. So that's where this topic came from. And we're pretty excited about some of the things we're planning. We're definitely going to be doing some interactions during this workshop where we're going to get to practice some skills around saying no. Margot, do you want to share anything about that?
Sure. I think one of the things that we really like to do with these workshops is having sort of a key takeaway. So for this workshop, Beth, our super designer in-house, created a really great card of like, hey, these are some of the actual tangible ways that I can say no. And then, on the flip side, like some of the ways that that sounds. And so I think that's a really neat focus because a lot of times you can just go to a workshop, right? And you take in information and maybe you don't remember it. But I appreciate the we have this intentional way of like creating something together so that it kind of solidifies that information that they're learning, but they also can have a takeaway of like, what did I learn at that workshop? Like, okay, yeah, now I have this card that is available to me at any time where I can remember those key tools and key tips that I learned at that workshop. So that's something they can look forward to. We
Yeah.
usually try to always provide an activity, whether it is a take home item, not always, but a lot of times we try to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, we all can benefit from setting boundaries, right? And being able to say no in a way that is respectful and heard and valued basically. And so I appreciate that, even that the students can even have a physical item to take with them to remind them that they can say these things or say no in a way that, will not create any tension or anything like that. So that's fantastic. When are these wellness workshops held? Where are they located? And do our students need to register for them?
So
Margot,
I
I
will.
keep jumping in, so you take the stage.
Sure, got you. So the wellness workshops are held in the Student Success Hub. So if students haven't been there, typically we have a student leader at the front desk that can show you the way. But for those who don't know, it's behind the main building, and you walk in the front door. And if you just keep walking straight, you'll run into the multi-purpose room, which is where our workshops are held every Tuesday. They are taking place during the Bayhawk Connect Hour, if I said that correct, the Bay Connect Hour, from 12 to 1. So typically students shouldn't be scheduled for that time period. So they should be free to join, and they do not need to register to attend. This is open, but with the meals and the just kind of ability to serve everyone, it is a first come first serve. So if we are in a place where we're having too many people, we will close the doors and say it's full. But we haven't had to do that, I think, just once, right, Beth? Yeah. Or yeah. So yeah, open doors, everyone's welcome, all students are welcome to attend. Anything else you want to cover, Beth?
Yeah, so exactly what you just said. We've never had to turn people away. If it does get too busy, we may eventually, but at this point, we're still good to cover everyone. We do have flyers around campus and on the monitors that have the list of all of our topics. So students are welcome to take a look at the calendar, see which topics are most interesting to them. They're welcome to come every week, but they're also welcome to just pick and choose which are most relevant for their own journey of personal growth. And yeah, no need to register required. You just show up.
I will
Fantastic.
put in a little plug too. We're doing something new this semester because Lily May joined one of our sessions last semester and gave me a gift card to share for students. So we're having a little drawing as an incentive for students to come and participate. At the end of the semester, we'll have a drawing for a Phil's coffee gift card. So it's kind of a fun little promo we're doing.
That's amazing. Fantastic. Well, I appreciate the two of you for joining me today in this podcast, The Wellness Octave. Feel that the Wellness Workshops is a fantastic workshops for our San Francisco Bay University campus community to be aware of and to be informed of. Great topics that are coming up throughout the semester, and the first session is actually held on January 27th. And so hopefully we want to see as many students attendees and get the information and skills necessary and that is helpful for them in being well holistically. Thank you both for joining me, and I appreciate the time talking to both of you.
Thanks, Cal. Thanks for having us.
All right.
Thanks for having us. Excited to see what these entail.
Okay, take care.
Thanks.